It's that time again. Yeah. Ya es la hora. You know, power hour. Ponle atención, classes in session. Tune in for an hour, maybe more, that's a blessing. Learn from the captains and the leadership. Flee from religion, cause them churches never teaching shit. Everything you learn for your benefit. Line upon line is a requisite. Never take a deficit, yeah. That mean you take a loss if you stray from the way. You get the understanding if you study every day. Apply what you learn and bless when you pray. There's one interpretation, man, it's say what it say. Ya viene el tiempo, entra para el templo. Aprende del maestro con talento. La Biblia es el centro, usando a Israel como instrumento. No te pierdas en doctrina como viento. Estudia y ora y aplica. Tiempo para Dios, ven, hace una cita. Escritura dinamita, morenos y hispanos israelitas. Oye cómo explica Israel unido en Cristo para la vida. Nunca se divida. Tune in, it's the power hour. Learn your family history, don't be a coward. Yeah. Tune in, it's the power hour. I said learn your family history, don't be a coward.
Yeah, history to learn. It's the power hour. The 11th hour. Tune in to your history. You know it ain't no history. Power hour. The 11th hour. You gonna get your history. 11th hour. Power hour.
Family, Most High in Christ, blessed. Welcome back to the Power Hour. The Power Hour is where we talk about Native, Latin, and Black biblical topics. I am your host, Officer Zara. Levi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Soldier Sarashadai.
Yeah, we got Levi on. First time being on, Officer Jehoiada. He a little nervous, but he, we gonna make sure he's straight, man. We're going to make sure he's straight. I don't want him to be nervous. You know, we're going over Levi today, that so-called Haitians today.
That's
and
right.
so I want to bring him on. So, if he has a little more, more history on, dealing with Haiti, I want him to speak on that as well. Right? And so the name of this title is Haiti's Freedom and Betrayal, right? Haiti's Freedom and Betrayal. And I know like a couple weeks ago I was speaking on pretty much how Hispanics, so-called Mexicans, what you call the tribe of Issachar, they were helping Haiti out, even recently, where there's a lot of Haiti and Mexico now, at the border, it's a lot of going on dealing with the Haitians today. Mm-hmm. And so we want to, hit some topics, to get some history about what the Haitians has done in the past, right? But first, let's get Deuteronomy 28:15. So, this is a biblical show, where we talk about topics dealing with these our people, which is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And so Deuteronomy 28:15, Deuteronomy 28 talks about curses that are put on us as a people, right? So give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
This is a book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out!
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is the Most High speaking to the children of Israel, right? Deuteronomy 28, the curses, right? So it's come to pass if we don't listen to the voice of what?
To the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he's giving us an ultimatum, right? So if we keep God's commandments, and you read Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, it gives us blessings, right? If we keep God's commandments, we'll have blessings. But 15 through 68 talks about curses if we break God's commandments, right? So get verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
So eventually, if we break God's commandments, when these curses are going to come upon us, and then guess what? We'll be killed, destroyed, right? It'll overtake us, read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. Mm-hmm. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
And so you might ask yourself, how do we know that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites today? Well, we know by what? Verse 46. Read that again.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So it said these curses will be upon us as a sign and on us forever, right? So we look at it to now, like right now, as a people, these curses are still up on us, and it's like I said, it's forever. And so we see the signs that, guess what? When we see the signs of verses 15 through 68, the curses will know who the Israelites are today, which is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So let's get one of these curses, right? So read again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So whatever material things that we need to basically live, right? Like food, shelter, and all that, we have to go to our enemies for that, right? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until thou be destroyed.
And guess what? In slavery, we had that yoke of iron upon our necks. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We had that. That did not happen to any other nation. Only us. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he had destroyed the reap.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from one end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flight.
Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed.
Right. So this part right here, it says in hey, bring up that picture dealing with Hispaniola, Haiti and Dominican Republic. I sent that picture to you, right? And so it says, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, right? No, this the one to the left. Yeah, that one, right? So this is Haiti, Haiti on the left, and then Dominican Republic is on the right, right? And so this is the island of Hispaniola, right? And so dealing with Haiti, right? The people that overtook that, what was the Portuguese, right?
No,
Who was it again?
French.
The French, right? Yes. So when the French had came over and they had that land, if you look at us, pull up a satellite vision of this island, right? And so when you compare Haiti to the Dominican Republic, the side of Haiti, most of the land is mostly barren compared to Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
When you look at the land, it's more brown, and then it's more vegetation on the Dominican Republic. Click on it for me. Yeah, collapse that side panel, and then change it, and zoom in a little bit, and try to get a. No. Yeah, do that with the zoom in button, the plus and the minus at the bottom right. Yep, there you go. And you can kind of see the border.
Yeah.
No. Right there in the middle with the Haiti. Move the cursor to the left, a little bit to the left, left a little bit more. Right there. Right. Go back. Right there. A little bit left. Right there. You kind of see the line right there, right?
Yeah.
Go zoom in a little bit more. Zoom in a little bit more.
Right between 2 and 3.
On the left, zoom in a little bit more. Go up just a tad bit, right? And so you see the line right here, right? Going right through the middle.
Yeah.
That's the border. And so on the left of that is Haiti, and on the right of that is DR, right?
Yeah.
And so you can see how the French has already destroyed most of the land, right? Because it's hard for Haiti to grow any kind of vegetation right now, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you have Haitians eating mud pies, different things like that, right? So, that's letting you know the scripture right here. Read that again.
Hey, officer, they eating mud pies and each other.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, man.
You want to speak on that, Levi?
Hey, when I was there, that wasn't happening. So
Yeah. It's crazy though, but it's like that
things
scripture right
have
here.
changed.
Yeah, the curses that the so-called Haitians go through. Read that.
Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed. Which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kine, or flocks, of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee.
So guess what? The nation, the French, right? They wasn't gonna leave any kind of wine, food for them, right? They didn't leave that for the Haitians, right?
Yep.
Go to Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. Genesis 49, verse 1. So we're still going through how the Haitians are the Israelites, right? So like we were saying earlier, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites. And so in Genesis 49 and 1, it explains how what's going to come to pass. Future prophecy dealing with the children of Israel. Read Genesis
This-
49:1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
So Jacob was the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, and so he had his 12 sons come up to him and let him know what's going to happen in the last days, right? So guess what? We in the last days now. Read Genesis 49:5.
Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
So it says the tribe of Simeon and Levi are brethren. Remember, Jacob is speaking to the 12 tribes, right? And so the 12 sons, right? And so they all are brethren. But right here in verse 5, it goes in a little more details, let you know that Simeon and Levi are brethren. Why? It's because Simeon, which is so-called Dominicans, and Levi, which is the so-called Haitians, guess what? They will be living together in the last days, which we just saw in the map, Haiti and Dominican Republic, right? Read that again.
Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
So in the last days, they will be living together, and guess what? Instruments of cruelty will be in their habitations, which is what? You have witchcraft, right? So Haiti, they deal with voodoo, and then DR, they deal with brujeria,
Something like that.
yeah, they just told me too. I was trying to pronounce it, so they just told me. They probably laughing at me, but it's brujeria, something like that. So it's witchcraft, right? So that's what they're gonna be dealing with in the last days, right?
Hey, they call them a bruja, the witches. I think that's witch in Spanish, right?
Brujeria. I don't know. My wife speaks Spanish too. I failed. Come on now. Read the next verse, though.
Verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united.
So it's talking about that, oh my soul, come not thou in their secrets, which is talking about learn not the secret of their witchcraft, right? Read. Restart over again, verse 6.
O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly, mine honor.
The assembly is Levi and Simeon. Read.
Unto their assembly, mine honor. Be not thou united.
Be thou united is talking about how in the last days, so-called Haitians, so-called Dominicans, they won't be united, right? They have a division, right? You see that today if you watch the news that there's beef going on with Haiti and Dominican, right? So if Haitians, they end up crossing the border to go over Dominicans, what do Dominicans do?
They get in a fight with them and trying to kick them out, escort them off of DR.
Yeah. So they gotta try to push them back to where they belong, right? Back to that island, right? And so there was like recently news too where America had to tell blacks, if you real dark skinned, don't go to DR, because something might happen to you for being mistaken as being a Haitian,
Right.
because you were so dark skinned, right? So it's letting you know that the division and the hatred that we have amongst each other, right? Read that again.
Verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel.
So that's going into more history dealing with that, right, in the past. But you can read that on your own, go on the website as well, dealing with Levi, dealing with that history. But I'm just letting you know that, I'm trying to prep you to let you know that the Haitians are the tribe of Levi, right? So let's get that article dealing with the blackpast.org, Global African History, which is the Haitian Revolution, right? All right, you can read that for me, sir?
Yes, sir, I got you. Haitian Revolution, 1791 to 1804. The Haitian Revolution has often been described as the largest and most successful slave rebellion in the Western Hemisphere. Slaves inhabited the rebellion initiated the rebellion in 1791, and by 1803 they had succeeded in ending not just slavery, but French control over the colony. The Haitian Revolution, however, was much more complex, consisting of several revolutions going on simultaneously. These revolutions were influenced by the French Revolution of 1789, which would come to represent a new concept of human rights, universal citizenship, and participation in government.
Right. So as you can see, there was a large slave rebellion that happened in Haiti, right?
Yeah.
So and eventually it ended up bringing freedom to Haitians.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
In the 18th
Did you
century,
want to say something?
No, I was agreeing with that. In 1804, that's when they were the first black culture to declare their independence.
Into independence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
in the 18th century, Saint Dominique, as Haiti was then known, became France's wealthiest overseas colony, largely because of its production of sugar, coffee, indigo, and cotton generated by an enslaved labor force.
Wait a minute. It says Haiti was then known became France's wealthiest overseas colony, largely because of its production of sugar, coffee, indigo, and cotton generated by an enslaved labor force. Right.
Yeah.
The wealthiest, largest population of sugar. Like think about it, all
Yeah.
those minerals that was in Haiti, right? And so look at Haiti now. What has it become, right? Compared to all the Dominican Republic, compared to Puerto Rico, right? All these
Right.
Mexico, right? Whatever island country, right?
Yep.
Compare that to them now, and look how bad it is, right? I showed you where the curses of Deuteronomy 28, how the so-called French, well not the so-called, but the French, how they destroyed the land, and so
Right,
guess
right.
what? It destroyed the minerals and things like that. What was you gonna say?
Because
Go ahead.
one thing with sugar cane, it depletes the land of its minerals real fast,
Mm-hmm.
and if there's nothing being done to boost the fertility
The
of the
soil,
soil,
yeah.
then that soil gonna get depleted.
Yeah.
So that's why at this point in time, like, as you said, they can't even feed themselves because the land is no good anymore.
Right.
Well, I mean, like we had like multiple earthquake and
Yeah.
hurricane happening. That goes back to the curse of what's happening. So from where they were at, the richest to like the poorest island country right now, and the Most High continue because again. We've been rebellious. We've been stiff necked. We're not listening and follow the law of what the Most High is giving to us. So it's like, well, you're not gonna listen in. I'm gonna continue to destroy y'all until y'all get the hint.
Right.
And it should stand out to people that Haiti's not getting the type of help that Ukraine is getting,
Right.
or Haiti didn't get the type of help that the Arabian refugees were getting.
Well, to back that up too, when the other last recent earthquake happened, that was like a few years ago. The Clinton people they raised money to trying to help Haiti, and then even the Haitians said they never seen that money. They raised like billions of dollars to go help Haiti to repair it, but they never did anything with it.
Hey, let me go back, cause like we was saying, right? Like he was just saying that it goes back to Deuteronomy 28:15, right? And we I had brought out dealing with the Genesis 49, and read that verse 5 again.
This book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 5. Read out! Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
Right. So instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. If you could pull up, Eli, pull up those pictures dealing with the voodoo and the witchcraft, right? So we gotta understand that the Most High has given us so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans a ass whooping, right? A ass whooping, which is the curses, right? Because we're not keeping God's commandments. Yep. And Haiti is getting it worse because guess what? They're into witchcraft, doing certain things like serving the devil, things like that, right? And so as you can see right here, this is one of the rituals that they do, where they I guess do like a baptism or something, right? We're dealing with witchcraft and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what this is?
Is that a mud pit or
It's pretty much a rib.
Hey, you see how he throwing shots at you, bro? Keep saying mud.
Hell no.
Like, what's up, bro?
Hey, you be eating that mud too?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right. So it's pretty much a bath and stuff like a baptism and stuff. When we went to Haiti, visit Haiti a few times, they were there like some river, and they just go there, bath, dive people in the water and stuff like that, doing that voodoo stuff. So, that's something very popular they do there, and then they dress all white and stuff. I'm like, what the
It was a
hell?
voodoo baptism.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get the other picture too.
And then they they put that crap in their face too.
What's that crap?
No paint, powder, whatever it is.
You know why they do it?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I never get involved in that stuff, so
So we go from voodoo baptism to voodoo praise dancing.
Yeah,
That's what they look like.
Having a parade and all that, dancing in the
Oh, yeah.
street, playing music and all that. That's what they do, right?
yeah, they walked down the street or whatever town or you were at. They do the dance and stuff like that, and you're trying to stay away from that.
Is it a lot of people into that?
Yeah.
In Haiti?
That was one of the very popular stuff in Haiti and stuff. It's like you either with the Most High or you with that. That's the two things they focus on and stuff.
So basically, it's like Christianity, but with a little bit more flamboyance.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I work with a couple of Haitians before, and man, they talk about that voodoo. It's like it's a joy to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I love voodoo.
Because also too they do that wickedness to deal with people and stuff. And, like, oh yeah, I want to get rid of that person, or I want something bad to happen to them. So they deal with that very heavy.
Right. So
Hey.
go ahead.
That makes me think about Bad Boys 2. Y'all ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
Where they had like the Haitian informant who used to do voodoo, and they like went to his shop and like broke all his voodoo props and all that.
Yeah, they broke all the stuff and he was
Yeah, I keep telling people though, man, them people, they was not talking Creole. They're talking like Benji, man. That was not Levi. Y'all gotta get that, because I watched that movie 4 or 5 times. I never understand any language of Levi in there. Creole. That was like Benji, bumbleclot crap and stuff.
Hell
Hey, but check this
no.
out though. You would notice that as much voodoo as Haiti worked, they still can't get over the white man. His witchcraft is on a whole different level.
Well, that goes back to the scripture of what the Most High is doing. The Most High said, "No, I'm taking control. So whatever you're doing, trying to think you can get the answer, it's not working, because I'm in control right now until you repent."
Hey,
right.
give me Hosea 4 and 6.
Yes, sir.
But as the people can see, there's hatred between Levi and Benji right now. So you can see it going on right now.
Hey, I love my people, man. I just want to make sure they get the clear understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, man. Give me Hosea 4 and 6.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So the Most High God is saying his people was destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? And so the knowledge is Most High God's laws, according to, I think it's Malachi 2 and 7, right?
Yes, sir.
And so because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And you see the tribulation that the Haitians are going through today, right? Like we've been talking about, dealing with at the border, right? Agreed?
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
The tribe of Levi, which is the Haitians, they used to be priests. But guess what? They said, the Most High God said, "Thou shalt be no priest to me." Read.
Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Seeing that the Haitians has forgot the Most High God's laws, right? Having hatred towards each other, wanting to do voodoo against your own brother that's kin to you.
Yeah.
Read.
I will also forget thy children.
Y'all have anything else?
You know what's so funny though? Like the scripture said, we were the priests, and we were doing all this stuff. Till I'll say majority, because when I left Haiti, it was like 1994. From 94 and me growing up there, because I was like 10 and a half when I moved to the U.S. They still carry the law with them, and they practice it, but they don't really know that they're carrying the law, because sister will be modest, brother will be disciplined, respect and stuff, children also too, But now you go to Haiti, it's like pretty much like destroyed. Like, because I remember in those times, sisters couldn't wear pants. When sisters would wear pants, they go flame on you. Like, like men will cuss you out, call your name, and sodomite. You get stoned. You get some like those things. They were still carrying the law, but again, they fall into continue doing the wickedness, and Most High, took those things from them.
You have something, Zarishada?
No, I don't know if you want to read verse 7 also.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame.
So when the Most High was blessing us, sometimes when the Most High blessed us, we end up forgetting, what the Most High has done for us, right? Because you got to think about it. Whatever we do, whatever we do, it's all because of the Most High, right? All the blessings that we have, right?
Yes, sir.
And so guess what? It says, therefore I will change their glory into shame, right? So guess what? That's, you can see it now. It's a shame for us, the tribulations we go through. Go ahead.
I mean, even, that same scripture connecting it to that Haitian Revolution. Because remember, Haiti got their independence like 100 years before any other colony.
Right.
That is a glory
Yeah.
that they got out of slavery so early.
Right.
But guess what? They are now the poorest of all the nations, of
Right.
all the Caribbean countries.
Well, they're the first black culture to declare independence, and after they declared independence, they're like, you know what, we're gonna go help all the South America, and then after they were done that, they went to the South in the United States and help free the slaves too and stuff. And if it wasn't for Haiti, the eastern hemisphere of the United States would have been gone to the Great Britain and stuff. They would have took over of it. So.
Okay, all praise. Let's finish that article. Can you read that for me, Zarishada?
Yes, sir. Where are we at again? In the 18th century?
Yeah, you can read that again.
In the 18th century, Saint Dominique, as Haiti was then known, became France's wealthiest overseas colony, largely because of its production of sugar, coffee, indigo, and cotton generated by an enslaved labor force. When the French Revolution broke out in 1789, there were 5 distinct set of interest groups in the colony. There were white planters who owned the plantations and the slaves, and petit blancs who were artisans, shopkeepers, and teachers. Some of them also owned a few slaves. Together they numbered 40,000 of the colony's residents. Many of the whites on Saint Dominique began to support an independence movement that began when France imposed steep tariffs on the items imported into the colony.
Right. So as you can see, a lot of times, only times when Esau, like at the lower class, getting mad is when they start hitting their pockets, right? That's when they want to start issues like with the government and stuff like that, right? So as you can see, they were having issues with the French imposing more tariffs, right? Go ahead.
The planters were extremely disenchanted with France because they were forbidden to trade with any other nation. Furthermore, the white population of Saint Dominique did not have any representation in France. Despite their calls for independence, both the planters and petit blancs remained committed to the institution of slavery.
So they still wanted the slavery, but they weren't agreeing with France how they were trying to run Haiti, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
The three main groups were of African descent, those who were free, those who were slaves, and those who had run away. There were about 30,000 free black people in 1789. Half of them were mulatto, and often they were wealthier than the petit blancs. The slave population was...
Wait. All right, so as pull up that picture, Eli, too, the one with the all the descriptions, like with the, what I'm talking about. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of times each colonizer, right? Each colonizing nation, when they had colonized a certain country, right, where our people were, they always had put different they always segregated us, right?
Yeah.
They always segregated us by color, by class,
social status,
right? And so you can see that even right here, right, where you have mestizo, mulatto, different things like that. You can see the status. It depends based off your dad or your mom, whatever, cut lighter or darker, things like that. So they always had that dealing with our people, right? The social status, like we was just saying, right? So go back to the article. Keep in mind that. Keep in mind this right here. Keep in mind that. Go back to the article for me.
And while he pulls that up, also Jehoiada had made a point earlier too about how the so-called Haitians were like helping out the Eastern Hemisphere and like the Southern states. We were talking one time, and the college town where I went to school at. Not only did it have that last slave ship, but
In Alabama.
right, it's also full of so-called Haitians. They have their own area called Creola, and they are responsible for a lot of the growth in that area, but they don't get any type of credit for it.
Where's it, like close to Mobile?
Yeah, it's like right outside of Mobile.
Okay, Mobile, Alabama. Okay. Read.
The slave population was close to 500,000. The runaway slaves were called maroons.
There you go, having a term for them, right? Greek.
They had retreated deep into the mountains of Saint Dominique and lived off subsistence farming. Haiti had a history of slave rebellions. The slaves were never willing to submit to their status, and with their strength in numbers, 10 to 1, colonial officials and planters did all that was possible to control them.
Hey man, you gotta think about it, man. You have Haitians where it's 10 to 1, 10 to 1.
Right.
10 Haitians and one colonial official, right? You gotta understand that it was the Most High behind this, right? You gotta understand that. You gotta look how strong we are right now today, right? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? How we excel in sports, right? Especially physically, right? But you gotta understand that back then this was all of the Most High, right? Because this can't be undone. It's of the Most High's plan, right? From 10 to 1, like make it make sense, right? For having one official trying to control 10 Haitians, man. Yeah. Come on now.
That's crazy.
Go ahead.
All right,
Despite the harshness.
Despite the harshness and cruelty of Saint Dominique slavery, there were slave rebellions before 1791. One plot involved the poisoning of masters. Inspired by events in France, a number of Haitian-born revolutionary movements emerged simultaneously. They used as their inspiration the French Revolution's Declaration of the Rights of Man. The General Assembly in Paris responded by enacting legislation which gave the various colonies some autonomy at the local level. The legislation, which called for all local proprietors to be active citizens, was both ambiguous and radical. It was interpreted in Saint Dominique as applying only to the planter class, and thus excluded petit blancs from government. Yet it allowed free citizens of color who were substantial property owners to participate. This legislation, promulgated in Paris to keep Saint Dominique in the colonial empire, instead generated. Excuse me. Did I miss something?
No, you got it right.
Okay. Instead generated a three-sided civil war between the planters, free blacks, and petit blancs.
Right. So this legislation that Paris had did ended up backfiring on them, right? So it says instead generated a three-sided civil war between planters, free blacks, and petit blancs. Greek.
However, all three groups would be challenged by the enslaved black majority, which was also influenced and inspired by the events in France.
Greek.
Led by former slave Toussaint Louverture, the enslaved would act first, rebelling against the planters on August 21st, 1791. By 1792, they controlled a third of the island. Despite reinforcements from France, the area of the colony held by the rebels grew, as did the violence on both sides. Before the fighting ended, 100,000 of the 500,000 blacks and 24,000 of the 40,000 whites were killed. Nevertheless,
100,000 of the 500,000 blacks and 24,000 of the 40,000 whites were killed. Just look at the comparison, the numbers, right? Just think about that. But go ahead.
nonetheless, the former slaves managed to stave off both the French forces and the British, who arrived in 1793 to conquer the colony, and who withdrew in 1798 after a series of defeats by L'Ouverture forces. By 1801, L'Ouverture expanded the revolution beyond Haiti.
So this revolution, as you can see, it was over years, right? There's many revolutions that happened in Haiti, right? And so you had the British even tried to come in, to do something. But go ahead.
Conquering the neighboring Spanish colony of Santo Domingo, present-day Dominican Republic.
Wait, read that again.
Conquering
by 1801.
By 1801, L'Ouverture expanded the revolution beyond Haiti, conquering the neighboring Spanish colony of Santo Domingo.
So this revolution expanded to Dominican Republic, right? Which is where it says Santo Domingo, right?
Santo Domingo.
Yeah, so it's letting you know that guess what? The Haitians end up trying to fight for their brothers, right? Because they didn't want slavery dealing with our people, right? Going through slavery. They knew that, we are brothers, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Present-day Dominican Republic. He abolished slavery in the Spanish-speaking colony and declared himself Governor General for life over the entire island of Hispaniola.
So this brother had declared himself governor of the entire island of Hispaniola, which is Haiti and Dominican Republic. Right. Where do we read about that in history, right? Where brothers are fighting for each other, going against our conquerors, right? We don't see that in history, right? We barely heard about the Haitian Revolution growing up, right? Go ahead. You want to say, speak on that? You don't got nothing.
No, I was saying though that they were, because pretty much it was the French in Haiti and the Spaniard in Dominican, and then so they wanted to make sure all of them was gone, the French and the Spaniard. So that's why they were fighting to make sure that they were out of the whole island.
You're right. Go ahead. Is Richard?
Yes, sir. At that moment, the Haitian Revolution had outlasted the French Revolution, which had been its inspiration. Napoleon Bonaparte, now the ruler of France, dispatched General Charles Leclerc, his brother-in-law, and 43,000 French troops to capture L'Ouverture and restore both French rule and slavery. L'Ouverture was taken and sent to France, where he died in prison in 1803. Jean-Jacques Dessalines.
Jean-Jacques Dessalines.
Correct him, Levi.
What?
Jean-Jacques Dessalines, one of L'Ouverture's general and himself a former slave, led the revolutionaries at the Battle of Vertières on November 18, 1803, where the French forces were defeated.
Go ahead.
So pretty much on the during this time, this what happened when the Levi, the Haitian, they start kicking the French and the Spaniard out, and then whoever the French was like trying to talk, like say, hey, let's come to a truce agreement. And Jean-Jacques Dessalines say, heck no, we're not gonna come to no agreement. But Toussaint Louverture was like, yeah, they're trying to make an agreement, let's abide by that. And then Jean-Jacques Dessalines said, well, you can go yourself. I'm not gonna send my troop. So Toussaint Louverture went by himself, and that's why they captured him and killed him. And then when Jean-Jacques Dessalines find out about that, he went out and defeat the French.
Give me Sirach chapter 12, verse 8. Sirach chapter 12, verse 8. Just real quick, just kind of picking it back off of what he said, right? Because what's the dude? How you say his name? Jean-Jacques. Yeah, Jean-Jacques, right? He was rolling in the spirit, right, of the Bible, right? I'm gonna prove that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 8.
Start at 10, my bad.
Verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away.
So the Bible is telling you, trust not thy enemy, right? So it's letting you know that these people that we deal with, right, the conquistadors, right, the so-called white man, right, which is Esau today.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to trust them. They are our enemies, right?
Yep.
And in Deuteronomy 28, it lets you know that they are our enemies, right?
Yeah.
And so you gotta understand that there was history dealing with if you look, you can just Google it, right? Dealing with all the what's the thing where a treaty, right? A treaty between the so-called white man and the so-called Native Americans, right?
Yeah.
There were hundreds of treaties that they had between them, and guess what? The so-called white man broke all those treaties.
Yeah.
They broke all those treaties. It was hundreds of them. I think it was over 500 treaties, and they broke every single one.
Hey, with that script you just read, like, so as iron rusted, they're breaking their treaties.
Right. Exactly. Read that again.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Bring it out! Never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Hey, you gotta understand too. Just let me bring it back up to today, right? It says, though he humbleth himself and go crouching, right? You gotta think about that. Every video we watch are like Karens, right? That we see like in the street, right? Every time a police come, like before the police come, they all hard going off or whatever. But once the police come, they humble themselves, they start crying and all that, things like that. That's how Esau rolls, right?
Play the victim.
They play the victim, right? That's just how they roll, right? And so it gives, they want to have that, they want to put that, make you have sympathy for them, right?
Right.
And so
sorry.
Yeah, make you feel like they're changed, right? And so even like with dealing with this revolt, right? That's what they do. That's how they roll. They act like I've changed. I'm gonna be a better person. Even like Christianity today. They think America's changed.
I have black friends.
Yeah. Exactly. I have one black friend. But they still rolling that same. Go ahead.
As soon they get in the feeling, the word gonna come out. The word that the thing will hurt us. They'll call us the N word and stuff, or the breath and stuff. Things gonna happen. And then when the cop, like you said, when the cop show up, well, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. I think he's misinterpreted what I said and stuff. But I wanted to bring something out about the friends.
Let me finish this verse. Read verse 12.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
So if you have these people next to you, they're gonna end up overthrowing you and taking your position, which is what they want, right? They want everything that you have, right? And they're not gonna leave anything behind. Read.
Right. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he speak to thy seat.
Lest he seek.
Lest he seek to thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
Go ahead.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Yeah, you gotta think about like all those videos of people messing like with crocodiles or alligators or even like playing with snakes. Like, come on now, like why would we pity them when we know damn well they shouldn't have been messing with it, right? Like if you just even look like a video on Facebook, like somebody messing like with a crocodile and all that, a lot of the comments be like, you should never been messing with them anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it is, right? So it's the same exact thing.
Like,
right?
Cronka, he bit me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like Steve Irwin with the little stingray or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, come on now. But go ahead. What'd you have?
No, I was gonna say though, of how all this stuff happening, in Haiti, and how much they help the U.S. and others and stuff like that. And then what was it like? I think like a few years ago where Donald Trump was calling Haiti, excuse my language, a shithole. But really, the other side of it, they will not show it when people come there for vacation and stuff. It's a beautiful island and all those stuff. If you're calling it all that, why are you still trying to make it be part of the United States? Where, and they know Haiti has the oil, the gold and stuff, and that's why they keep going after it. And for the longest, they've been fighting to trying to take over. And it's just like,
Yeah.
You know, I heard on one of the radio shows that the richest man in Haiti is Amalek.
yeah,
They're in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. It's a lot of nations, like Arabs or Jewish people in a lot of these South American and Central American countries too, running everything.
so like I was,
And it makes you think one thing. It makes you think that a lot of our people think that it's our people running those governments, but
No,
it's
it's
really
not.
not. It's really not. But
it's
go ahead.
not. In 2003, the president that time, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, he went in, had a meeting with the French. It was like, you know what, this is what the French owe us, or owe Haiti.
Right.
And then billions of dollars. And then they were like, no, we're not going to give it to you. And then they sent somebody to warn him and told him, like, okay, you know what, you letting people know the truth about y'all. And then so this is what's going to happen. We're sending a warning to you. Either you leave the palace or we're going to shoot you.
Yeah.
And then so 2004, that's when he got the warning in December. In 2004 of February, they captured him. Nobody never heard of what's going on. And then when he finally recognized where he was in Africa. So them people were very, Esau, man, he's a very crafty.
Yep. Crafty.
And weren't they just kind of pissed with Haiti for not allowing the mosquito bite over there?
Yeah, they were not like, okay, like for the COVID, the COVID thing, they were like, that's why that the former president, he just died because he would not allow them to come do COVID shot with the vaccine. And then so they hire a few people trying to put it like it's our people, so-called Haitian that did it, but it was like white people that they hired to go assassinate the president and his wife because he didn't want to allow the COVID, the vaccine in there. And after he died, COVID started hitting Haiti and stuff like that.
Hey, let me get this. Let me rewind it back real quick. Go to that second article. Right? Read this for me.
Somos Libres. Haiti aided Latin America independence movements. Latinx are returning the favor with silence and broken promises.
Wait. Read that again. I'll read it. Haiti aided Latin American independence movements. Latinos are returning the favor with silence and broken promises. Right. So let's read the article real quick. It's pretty much basically what we've been talking about the whole time, right?
In 1815, Spain's defeat of Simon Bolivar's revolutionary army in Venezuela nearly extinguished the dream of independence in South America. After the loss, Bolivar sought political asylum in the only free republic in Latin America, Haiti. At the time, Haiti was a safe harbor for revolutionaries and formerly enslaved Africans.
So you have Haiti being a safe harbor for a lot of our people. All Northern Kingdom, even Southern Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
City of refuge, huh?
Yeah. Read.
Although the Republic made promises to colonial powers that it would not intervene in freedom and independence struggles, Haiti continued to support rebellions, intercepted ships carrying enslaved people, and freed its human cargo.
Where have we never heard anything about this in history about Haiti intercepting slave ships and freeing our people. We never heard that in history at all.
No.
Sir.
But guess what? This is being brought out in the last days of what our people uniting together, right?
For Haiti, colonialism and slavery anywhere pose a threat to the Republic's own independence and humanity. Thus, when a defeated Bolivar landed in Port-au-Prince, President Alexandre Pétion understood the significance of the man who led the liberation movement. Pétion offered Bolivar 1,000 rifles, ammunition, and other supplies.
So you have Pétion supplying Bolivar of different ammunition and supplies. So guess what? So they can have a rebellion, make sure they straight, right? Read.
He also provided hundreds of Haitian sailors and soldiers who had fought in the Haitian Revolution War.
So he's sending Haitian soldiers that's fought in the Revolutionary War.
Yep.
Read.
The offering came with one condition. Bolivar had to abolish slavery in South America when he founded a new republic.
So in order for this had to happen, having all the ammunition, the rifles, the supplies, even all the soldiers, right? Bolivar had to agree to what? Abolish slavery in South America. So this let you know where President Pétion, which is Haitian, he knew that he wanted our people to be free. He didn't want to have anything to do with slavery or slavery be a part of our people. Read.
Yeah.
Right. Bolivar agreed. He and his army again.
Bolivar agreed. He agreed to the conditions. Read.
Right. He and his army once again took on Spain, returning to Haiti a second time for assistance, and triumphantly declared Venezuela an independent country in 1821.
So Venezuela got their independence by what? The help of Haiti.
Right.
Read.
After later defeating Spain across South America, Bolivar declared himself president of Grand Colombia.
Wow. So read.
Present-day Venezuela, Colombia, Panama, and Ecuador.
Read.
Peru and Bolivia.
So all these countries had their independence from who? Haiti. Haiti has what? They fought for their people. They were there for the Latin Americans, but guess what? Where's Latin America now?
Right.
Bring it out.
Where are they now, right? Where are they helping Haiti at now?
Levi.
Exactly, read.
Foreshadowing Latin America's present relationship to Haiti, Bolivar broke his promise to Pétion.
The promise was broken. Read.
Rather than wholly abolishing slavery, Bolivar sought to maintain Latin America's racial and class hierarchy.
So that's what we had was when they had brought that picture we brought up dealing with the mulattoes and different things like that. They always wanted that, read.
So that white elites like himself would not fall to a parado. Come on.
Partocracia? I don't know.
Paradocracia.
A so-called
A
mulatto.
so-called mulatto takeover.
So this dude Bolivar, he was a white elite himself, right? So it's like, you know, like I had read the scriptures, never trust thy enemy.
Yeah.
But understand that too. You know, it was it helped the Latin American countries, right? But go ahead, read.
Having seen what it meant for black people to be truly free in Haiti, when his own black and indigenous generals launched a coup against his growing authoritarianism.
Yeah. So.
In 1828, Bolivar complained bitterly that they had the audacity to want absolute equality. As a warning to South America's black and brown population, he had the mixed-race leader of the coup, Jose Padilla, executed.
Right, so you understand that you can't never trust these people. You can never trust them. You can't. Even though they make agreement with you, they're gonna always end up breaking it. But keep reading.
Nearly 2 centuries later, many of these nations had been as openly hostile to Haitian immigrants as they are to their own black Latinx populations.
And this is why, because the hierarchy, right, having a social class between the classes of different colors, right? It's the same thing what they did with us Negroes in America, right? Same exact things, the same memo, read.
Latin America owes Haiti its independence. The Haitian Revolution offered a model for successful insurrection against a colonial power. Tatiana Flores, PhD, an art historian and professor in the Department of Latino and Caribbean Studies at Rutgers University, told Refinery 29. For instance, the Haitian Revolution and its Declaration of Independence stated that we must take any hope of re-enslaving us away from the inhuman government. In the end, we must live independent or die.
So this person has said we must live independent or die. We have to all come together for sure, right? Us as a people, independently from what our enemies, But if not, we gotta die, right? That's how we supposed to roll. Read the next paragraph.
This allowed the black and brown majority of the Americas to see their humanity recognized and offered a model for an equitable society.
Keep reading.
From 1791 to 1821, the success of the Haitian Revolution sparked a series of rebellions by enslaved people in Santo Domingo, present-day Dominican Republic, which shares an island with Haiti. According to Dominican history, Quisqueya Laura Ugi, these movements had bigger objectives, such as the overthrow of colonial rule, the implantation of racial equality, or the union with Haiti.
You gotta understand that it was the bigger objectives such as the overthrow of colonial rule and the implementation of racial equality and what? Go back up a little bit, Eli. Scroll up, Eli. The implementation of racial equality or the union with Haiti, right? But go ahead, keep reading.
Haiti responded to the cries for freedom from the enslaved people of Santo Domingo twice. In 1801, following a major rebellion on the Boca de Negua sugar plantation.
Eli, scroll down a little bit. Go to the next paragraph, please.
Like Bolivar, Dominican rebels appealed to Haitian rulers for arms and support as they attempted to overthrow colonial rule and unify with Haiti.
Oh, so Dominicans, they wanted to do the same thing, right? They wanted help from Haiti, right?
With the support of the black majority, Haiti's president, Jean-Pierre Boyer, abolished slavery and proclaimed Dominican emancipation for a second time on February 9, 1822. Hispaniola became the only independent nation in the Caribbean and the only region in the Americas where slavery was abolished.
So look what Haiti has done for Northern Kingdom, right? The so-called Hispanics, right? Even so-called African Americans, right? Look what has Haiti done, but look at what our people are doing today towards Haiti right now, right?
Yeah, yes,
the whole world, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So it's letting you know that what the white man has done, right? Their crafty counsel, right, to go against Haiti and all our people, right? It has destroyed our people mentally to where we don't even think that they're our brother, but they are our brothers. Haitians are our brothers, and so this we only got 1 hour, right? We only got 1 hour, and so this we got more information, but Lord's will, some of you have got something from this, dealing with Haiti, dealing with our people, and so I understand that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the 12 tribes of Israel, and we have to come back to God's laws and keep His commandments. So, if we keep God's commandments, we have blessings, right? And so we understand that we see the curses, right?
Yeah.
We see the curses, and it is a sign, right? So make sure y'all tune in this Wednesday to the Power Hour Plus with Deacon Joshua. Make sure you, if you have any questions, email us. Want to get in contact with us. Do so. All the information is on the screen as well. All right. So Shalom Israel. Happy Sabbath.
Shalom.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example.